Hi and welcome back. My name is Deneen. You can call me D. I'm an astrologer and I teach people the psychology behind marketing. And today we're going to be diving into Venus and what Venus means in astrology. Okay, so let's go. Now Venus in astrology very much talks about the senses, but in psychology it talks about how it is that we place value or how we appreciate something. This could be a person, a place, an object, okay? But this is very much about how we ourselves place the value onto it, okay? Now, we're going to go through Venus, through all of the houses and what that looks like for you. Venus in the first house. Venus in the first house will have a person who is very much focused on their appearance, but also very much focused on what it is that they value. Okay, you can have this person indulging in cosmetics and luxuries, okay, in massages, all right? But Venus here is having a focus on, one, their appearance, but two, what it is that they value, all right? So looking at the sign is very important here because it will show you how it is that they do this, okay? But inside of the house, with it being in the first house, this person will be into beautifying themselves and beautification in general, all right? Luxury things in general. And if you have your Venus in the first house and this resonated with you, hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the second house. Venus in the second house will have a person who values their finances, who values their resources, who very much values their self-esteem, their self-confidence, and their own natural innate abilities, as well as their family. Okay, now Venus in the second house, if it is inside of a fire sign, you can see this person have it to where they have money and income coming in, but they can also be going through it or burning through it a little bit quickly, but that will still be replaced if there's nothing adverse going on in the chart. If it is inside of earth signs, it is very much strengthening that energy and strengthening the flow of that income and those resources coming into that person, because this is very much physical, okay, with the earth signs being there and the second house being there, okay? So you can have a person who, if it was inside of a sign like Capricorn, accumulated money, okay, saving up money, all right, for a rainy day. If it's inside of the sign Virgo, sitting there and putting their money and their finances in multiple different accounts, okay, organizing them in multiple different accounts, okay? But things like that, Venus in the second house, and very much innate deep values and abilities that they already have that they use to their advantage to make money, okay? If you have your Venus in your second house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the third house. If you have Venus in the third house, this is very much a person who likes to communicate, okay? Especially when it comes to their immediate environment and those who are immediately around them, okay? Like those in their community, they love to communicate with them, yes. Okay, if they have siblings, having a focus and valuing their siblings. Also learning, okay? They very much love to learn, all right? They might go through or have it to where they're going through a lot of media, not just media, but anything that they can read, get their hands on, even if it's small pieces of information, okay? But also Venus in the third house is a person who can have skills or be very much skilled, okay? If Venus is here and say, for example, it's in an earth sign like Taurus, this person can be skilled at crafting something with their hands, okay? Especially with supporting factors in the chart. Now, Venus in the third house, as much as it has communication and the love for communication there, it also is the love for information, okay? And being able to gather information from those that are immediately around them already, all right? So if you have your Venus in your third house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 4th house. So if you have Venus in your 4th house, you could very much have an appreciation and a value for one of your parents, the way that you grew up, your home, your roots, okay? And for those closest to you, all right? Those who know you truly on a deeper level, okay? Because the 4th house deals with who it is that you truly, okay, are on a deep psychological level, okay? Now, the 4th house and having Venus here, you can have good senses when it comes to your parents, things that are going on with your parents, those closest to you in your home, okay? But you can also have good senses when it comes to somebody you're also emotionally close to and who knows you deeply, like a childhood friend that you grew up with. And if they're in trouble or something is going on with them, you can be sensing that, okay? Now, if you have your Venus in your 4th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 5th house. Venus in the 5th house is very much about creation, okay? Fun, joy, and Venus is in its joy when it's in the 5th house, all right? So Venus, you can see here a person who likes to create things, okay? This can be and range from music to actual physical works of art, all right? Now, Venus in the 5th house will have a person who is very much expressive about what it is that they love and what it is that they appreciate. They want to share it with people, okay? And Venus in the 5th house can also bring this sharing along with a group of friends, okay, or a network where these creations are shared, an audience, okay, where these creations are on display for everybody to see and for everybody to enjoy, okay, because Venus is in its joy. Now, Venus in the 5th house, you can also have good senses when it comes to what it is that you're supposed to create, because what it is that you create can very much get across or be translated to a very larger group of people, okay, like an audience, okay, that you can cultivate. And Venus in its 5th house, as I said again, is in its joy. So these people are quite expressive with what it is that they want to bring to the world, what it is that they want to create, okay? If you have your Venus in your 5th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 6th house can very much indicate a person who values their schedule, what it is that they do for work, and what it is that they have as a routine. Venus in the 6th house can also talk about health, okay? But Venus in the 6th house can also talk about how it is that we exist in this lifetime, all right? So a person might have a job or might have a place of work that they can provide service in, okay, and service a lot of people, because that's a part of their existence, is to service, okay? Now, the 6th house is opposite the 12th house. So Venus being in the 6th house can also show a person who is good at arranging and managing, okay? Now, the arranging and the managing can show good senses of a person who knows where to place things, how to place things, where things should go, okay? And their senses are geared towards that, all right? And this might be what they use at their job, okay, on a day-to-day basis, and what they do at their job and their schedule, okay? If you have your Venus in your 6th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 7th house, these are people who are into the arrangements, the contracts, agreements, the partnerships, okay? And Venus in the 7th house can have a person who is quite good at co-mingling with other people, okay? Having conversations, starting conversations, because they value other people, okay? And arrangements and agreements that they can make with others, okay? So Venus in the 7th house This can have a person who is very good at conversing and who is very good at communicating in general. But Venus in the 7th house can also have a person who has senses on who to partner with and what agreements to sign off on and what agreements not to sign off on. After, of course, okay, because every planet has cycles, okay? After, of course, not when you're younger with this, but as you get older, okay, they have this refinement in how it is that they converse with people, how it is that they build partnerships, how it is that they go about agreements, okay? If you have Venus in your 7th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 8th house. Venus in the 8th house will have a person who is very much into the taboos of life, okay? Occult topics, into research. And Venus in the 8th house is a person who is very much intimate or very much deep, okay? And Venus in the 8th house can be a focus on finances, okay? Now, Venus in the 8th house, this can have a person who senses or can have senses that involve, okay, things that go on in the afterlife, all right? Especially with more supporting energies coming here or supporting planets coming here. But Venus in the 8th house can also speak of a person who has good senses when it comes to investments, where to invest, where it is that you should be putting your money and where it is that you shouldn't be putting your money, okay? Now, this is something that they build over time. This is not just automatic, all right? Okay? Especially when there's no supporting aspects here showing that this is something that is easily accessible in their chart, okay? Now, Venus in the 8th house, as I said, is good financial senses and a person being able to sense out, should I invest here? Should I not invest here? Should I put my money towards this? Should I have shared resources with this person? Okay? If you have Venus in your 8th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye! Venus in the 9th house can have a person who loves different philosophies of life, a person who loves different cultures. And Venus in the 9th house can have a person who loves to travel to these places, to have conversations with these people and see things real time, because they like different philosophies, just as well as traveling, learning, teaching, okay? Venus in the 9th house can also have a person who deals with the public, specifically public relations, but also Venus in the 9th house can have a person who deals with things like advertisement as well, okay? Venus in the 9th house is very free-spirited. They want to learn and experience a lot of different things, and they very much value their perspective on the world and the beliefs, okay? Of not just themselves, but also different cultures, different people, and they want to experience that. Venus in the 9th house, they could be very tuned in, okay, to their higher mind, okay, and there's things that they can be called to learn, I would say, from having Venus in the 9th house, okay, a book that they want to pick up and read all of a sudden, and things like that. Alright, now if you have your Venus in the 9th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye! Venus in the 10th house, this is a person who values their public reputation. This is a person who very much can build their own fan base. Alright, they value people of status, people, places, and things of status, and they value their luxury appearance. Alright, now Venus in the 10th house, they have very good senses about what it is that they value and what it is that they can present of value to people, okay, and build a reputation in that. If you have Venus in your 10th house, hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye! Venus in the 11th house. This is a person who values their friends, their associates, the clubs and organizations that they're in, ideas that are very much progressive, but their dreams, hopes, and wishes as well. Okay, now Venus in the 11th house, this is a person who can sense into an idea, okay, and very much into their friends, okay. They are good at sensing something that will grow, I would say, such as an idea that in the future could be very lucrative, alright? And this can pertain to their own lives, but also being in networks that can give them a lot of lucrative opportunities, okay? Having associates and friends who they value and appreciate, alright? And that is reflected back to them. Now, if you have your Venus in your 11th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye. Venus in the 12th house. Venus in the 12th house, because Venus is here in the 12th house dealing with our imagination, this person can be very creative, okay? They can be into music, they can be into painting, drawing. But Venus in the 12th house can also talk about a person who isn't just powerfully creative, but can bring this to reality, okay? Because Venus, okay, is not just how it is that we appreciate something, but this is our senses, okay? So you could say that they're sensing something before it's coming into existence, okay? And this is coming from their own inner world, okay? But Venus in the 12th house can have a person who loves to be alone, and the reason why they could love to be alone is because they're spending time creating things in their mind, okay? Now, Venus in the 12th house can also deal with and sometimes have people dealing with losing things, okay? Or people taking things from them, okay? But that's another conversation for another time, alright? Venus in the 12th house can also be a love of foreign lands, okay? And just a love of being in places that usually you would be and have your time to yourself, okay? And they love environments like that, okay? Because they get to be in their own imaginative faculties, all right, and create the things that they want. If you have your Venus in your 12th house, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you don't ever want to miss out on any of our astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified. I love and appreciate you guys all the time, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Bye.